Kendrick fans are pissed after Eminem wins favorite male hip-hop artist and favorite male hip-hop album over Kendrick.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have Kendrick Lamar winning another award, the American Music Award for Not Like Us, and we also have Cenat being disappointed after Eminem won favorite male hip-hop artist of the year. And guys, before we start, this is a fan-voted award ceremony. There's no committee, it's all fan-based. And I'm an Eminem fan myself, and even though Eminem dropped his Death of Slim Shady project last year, which honestly, it gave me some nostalgic vibes, he hasn't had a hit in a minute, which also makes it crazy that the album also won favorite hip-hop album of the year. But honestly, I don't put too much stock into the AMAs, because we all saw who was the favorite artist of last year, not just rapper. In the last year and a half, that person was and still is Kendrick Lamar. The culture spoke and was thoroughly heard. I don't think that's much of a question, but M still has one of the most rabid fan bases around, and they're definitely making their voices heard. Let's start off with the Cenat video.
Here are the nominees for favorite male hip-hop artist.
Drake. Okay, Drake. Okay, Drake. Okay, Drake.
Eminem. Future. Kendrick Lamar.
Hey, like even the crowd. You can hear the crowd.
And the American Music Award goes to...
That's crazy. I feel like the culture probably had this same reaction. Definitely let me know if that's how you felt.
What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapp to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, when I was young, I used to watch the American Music Awards, and every single year we would be like, yo, what the heck just happened? Someone always beat who we thought was a shoo-in. And what I learned is, especially a fan voted awards, they're not going to go your way, gang. They are not going to go your way. These are fans of pop music voting on popular records and popular artists. Let me just say that for the people in the back that don't understand. Like, if you're a Kendrick fan and you were expecting to sweep the AMAs when Eminem's out there, you can, good luck, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Now, Eminem and Kendrick are two really great MCs, okay? Let me just say that Eminem is older than Kendrick. Eminem has a much stronger fan base. I know you probably don't understand that, but these awards aren't based on how good the record was or how based in reality the year was. Sometimes this stuff is based on the fan base, right? That's how Beyonce can win a best country in some of these situations, because it's based on the fan base. It's based on who knows who and who likes who. When you open up an award system, and if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the American Music Awards is when you get to either call or text or some kind of way you get to vote for your favorite artist. And Eminem has a strong chance of winning that. I listen to both these albums, GNX, and I listen to the Slim Shady Coup de Grace, the Death of Slim Shady, right? And as a hip hop head, I already spoke on both these albums. I like both albums, but for my dollar, and I'm an Eminem fan, I'm going to listen to GNX way more than the last Slim Shady album. It's not a bad album. And I always defend Eminem. He's technically sound. This is one of the best, most creative rappers. I defended what they call dad bars. They were calling his bars dad bars. I do not believe Eminem is dropping dad bars, but some of the stuff, okay, we can have the conversation. But end of the day, I believe Eminem is expected to be Slim Shady. That's why he killed Slim Shady. But if you're doing an album called The Death of Slim Shady is going to be effectively a part of the album, and it's going to have a lot of, for lack of a better word, gimmicky things, and it's going to be conducive to the title, and it's going to be very cartoonish. It's going to be very Slim Shady-ish. GNX was way more, you got to think he's coming off the biggest beef in the world. This is the victory lap. He's putting a stamp on murdering Drake, and he's doing a lot of things that are relating to the culture right now. Let's just be honest. Slim Shady Coup de Grace is not in any stretch of the imagination embedded in what the culture is feeling right now. But he has a very big fan base who are going to listen, win or lose. That record was one of the... Eminem has this weird thing where his records will be massive and they still will not break the zeitgeist code, because people in real regular time are not going to speak on it. A lot of people, they took one listen to write that record off, right? They took one listen and they were like, I'm all set. And some people listened to it, loved it. It's my favorite Eminem song of all time. The video, he had a whole massive campaign where it was Slim Shady's dying and we're killing Slim Shady and this is the last hurrah. And it was genius. The video, the promotional vids, the advertising, it was genius. And he did what he was supposed to do. The record was big. He don't make singles, but he had big records that they're going to do well. And for some reason, people don't understand that his fans, like it or not, they're going to go listen. So when you go and click on it and you watch the video, you just added to the amount of streams it got. And so when 700 million or however many people go and spin it real quick and half of them don't like it and half of them do, doesn't matter. The computer can't tell the difference. So it's just like, oh, this thing is #1. So it doesn't matter if you liked it or didn't like it or whatever. The zeitgeist showed that this thing deserved to be in the running. So the favorite hip hop male artist and record, they had well, for the artist, they had Drake, Kendrick, they had Eminem, they had and I believe Future. At the end of the day, that thing was only going to be either Kendrick or Eminem. No one else was going to win that. Future was not going to win that. And Drake absolutely had less shot than anybody on there. They just threw his name in it. There was no shot Drake was going to stand up and accept that award or send a video in or none of that. So it was only up for Kendrick and Eminem. And it's a toss-up because at the end of the day, I don't know the numbers, but I'm just going to go on a limb and say Death of Slim Shady did a lot of numbers comparable to GNX. Now, it didn't do the numbers. He didn't push it. It didn't have the culture behind it. It didn't have the worldwide, the biggest disc record of all. It didn't have the Super Bowl behind it. But that thing did big numbers. Now, I'm not saying that it deserved it. I'm not saying it. No, I'm telling you right now. I'm explaining to you why. When they're looking at pop, you got a pop crowd. They're going to say, oh, I like that record because Not Like Us did win for best song. So I like that record. They're jamming to it. They're popping and locking and doing all this to it. And you know what I'm saying? Twerking and doing all this stuff to Not Like Us. But for the rest of it, when they're going down the list, let's just be honest, some of them not going to give everything. They're going to be like, well, Kendrick got one. I'm going to give somebody else something. Some people are going to think like that. Some people are going to be like, yo, I like Eminem, right? I like Eminem. And I don't know how old the pool is of these people that's actually going to, because I know me, I'm not going to vote. I'm not picking up my phone to vote for nothing for the American Music Awards. So I don't know if people my age are the same way. They're not going to go and vote. They're just going to listen to GNX, right? It's going to be a lot of people that's just not going to vote. So if you got mad about that, you don't understand the American Music Awards in the first place. It was never fair. It was always, we're going to vote, and it's another awards too. I think it's two different awards. I think iHeart may do the same thing. But end of the day, they were never going to be like, what's better? No, it's not about what's better. It's about let these fans vote. And these people are in Tallahassee. They all over the place. They're in Utah, Iowa, Montana. They all over the place. Upstate New York, like Canada. I don't know if Canada's voting. But end of the day, you are being asked to compete with people who are not plugged in. They may like Not Like Us. They never even heard GNX. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of these people don't know what you're talking about. And you don't know how old these people, you may have a demographic of older people that's not plugged into hip hop. This may be another demographic that's older, and they're looking at the list and they don't know none of those names. It's just like when I go to the polls, right? And I came to vote for 2 people, but it's damn 16 people all on the ballot. So as I go down, I'm going off name recognition. So I'm like, bang, bang. So they're like looking like, Drake, Kendrick, they're cool. Oh, Eminem, click. They just keep, they don't even look at the rest. They're just clicking Eminem. So you're thinking that, okay, you're putting all your hopes and dreams on this, but listen, they're not, everybody doesn't know him like that. And when you're voting popularity contest, that's which is what this is. So yes, he won for Not Like Us, but Eminem, he makes a big case that he had to, listen, y'all know, he pushed a lot of units from that album. He broke a lot of records on that album, and a lot of people were really, really into that Slim Shady persona. And a lot of these people went back and played that album. They played it on the loop. He didn't have to beg his fans. He didn't have to beg his fans to listen. And you got to think, there's a lot of people that don't listen to rap whatsoever now. And they remember Eminem. So when he dropped, they went and played it. I know a lot of people that do not feel rap right now, but they are nostalgic for that old school Eminem. A lot of people were middle school when them first came out. Young people, elementary kids, so they still feel a way about him. So they went and pressed play on that album. There was no debate about his market is massive. Kendrick market is massive too, but it captivated the world with that diss record. But Eminem gonna have fans well beyond 2025. Like his catalog, I think he just broke I think his catalog just like beat everybody catalog. Some kind of weird stat he just got. Another stat. This guy is 50-something years old. Eminem probably 55, 56, and he's doing stuff that 30-year-olds cannot do and will not ever do. So it's like, we can get mad or blah, blah, blah. I'm not mad, okay, either way, but I know some people take this award stuff to heart. And they're like, yo, it's like when Macklemore won the Grammy over Kendrick, and a lot of you guys were mad. You had your arms balled up. You were mad, gang. But at the end of the day, first of all, the awards are just awards. They come and go. Kendrick got 24 Grammys, if I'm not mistaken. And end of the day, those Grammys were chosen. Somebody gave him those Grammys. And somebody lost on the other end of that. And somebody's like, yo, it should have been Pusha T. Somebody's mad. So end of the day, these awards are never going to be indicative of the culture. Never. Never. They're never going to be indicative of the culture. And some of you will be like, well, Charles, you was saying that the 50th, when the Grammys did the 50th hip hop anniversary, people should have supported. Yeah, I did say that because it's supporting hip hop. It ain't supporting the Grammys. A lot of old school hip hop heads got up on that stage, got a rebirth in their name. They got to show who they were. A lot of it was a lot of old school rappers got up on that stage. A lot of them, and they reaped the benefits. They price went up. They catalogs went up. They were able to tour again. This and that and the third. So yes, I agree. But let's make no mistake. We're not going crazy because the Grammys say it. It's going crazy because it's our community. End of the day, we're not going to get what we want from these other award systems. So I recommend you calm down, all right? Simmer down, like on Saturday Night Live. Simmer down, right? And just realize that Kendrick got what he needed. He didn't need the AMA. He didn't need that. But he did. He got it. He got for Not Like Us. But I'm just here to explain to you why Eminem, maybe in our eyes, in every metric, in every single metric, Kendrick beat him. But at the same time, he has a right. If he does win, there's a reason. And he did put up big, huge numbers as well. Let's just be honest. And this is before the Super Bowl. This is supposed to be for last year, right? This is not for now. Super Bowl was February 2025. This is last year. This is before January, right? So everything that happened before that, Eminem had last year kind of locked down before GNX went on this hell of a run. GNX didn't come out to November. So you got to remember what criteria they're using. So under that criteria of last year, he makes a very strong case. All right? I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you think. CLBMG. Get in the comments. Let me know how you feel. I know some of you are really you're not happy, but that's okay. It's okay to feel that way. Head on over to CLBMG.com. Also, check out black-yeti.com. Make sure you go and patronize them. They support the channel, so I want you to support them. Black-yeti.com. Head on over there. They ship all over the country, all right? Every Wednesday night we go live, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.